Washington is playing a game that is surely to harm itself and likely does no good to its Asian allies. Its hegemonic framework remains roughly the same, yet its internal supportive power is weakening. The problem will not be resolved by strengthening ties with its allies. The tactic may give the US more courage, but it is essentially exposing US diffidence. And then it goes on to say a number of really rather remarkable things about the power, the aggregate power of China and Russia and of the Chinese-Russian strategic partnership. And I will read them, and I think they need to be noted very carefully. The editorial says the following: the most influential bilateral relationship in Eurasia is the China-Russia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership of Coordination for a New Era. China and Russia understand the weight of their ties. When the two sides continue to deepen their relations, they also take care of the feelings of other countries. To be honest, no country in the region can stand alone against either China or Russia, let alone fight against the two powers at the same time. It would be disastrous for any country which tends to confront China and Russia through forging an alliance with the US. When Washington shows hostility to Beijing and Moscow simultaneously, Japan has sent a very negative message to both China and Russia by binding itself tightly with the US. US senior officials have recently paid visits to Japan, South Korea, and India. Whatever South Korea and India talked behind closed doors with the US, they did not mention China in their joint statements. So, in effect, what the Chinese are saying is that the United States is weakening internally, that any country that relies on the US is going to be disappointed because US power is reducing, and the China-Russia grand strategic partnership, or as the editorial calls it, the China-Russia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership of Coordination for a New Era, read alliance, is overwhelming in its power and can ride completely over any other country on the Eurasian continent, or indeed any combination of countries. It's an extraordinary comment, and it shows both the extent of Chinese self-confidence and of the importance of the Russian alliance to China.